This is Higgity Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Now let's get on to the video. Kendrick Perkins. See, this is the stuff that I was talking about when I say Uncle Tom, coon, buck dancing type of Negroes. Let me say it again. Uncle Tom, coon, buck dancing type of Negroes. Why are you getting in NBA fraternity affairs? Why are you snitching? See, this is the problem when you deal with the Stevens of the world. You guys have watched Django. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum. Django. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum. Dum, dum. Dum. Django. Dum, dum. Dum, dum. Django. If you watch Django, you know what I'm talking about, man. Steven was that glorified variation of an Uncle Tom, coon, buck dancing Negro. Why are you sitting here getting on Lou Williams about debauchery? Did I not say this stuff? Didn't he knows his sports say it? And the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes again fashion. That these NBA players need their debauchery. These athletes, these sports athletes, are spoiled, man. They are pampered. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat through fashion. This whole bubble of golfing and fishing was not going to be a fixation that was going to satisfy the debauchery thirst of NBA players. Let me say it again. This whole golfing and fishing fiasco was not going to satisfy the fixation of debauchery associated with NBA players. They have to have their drugs, i.e. drinks, i.e. women of choice, i.e. all combinations all together, i.e. drinking. They have to have all of that. And drugs and substance itself. A lot of these NBA players, they get along going that route. Back in the days, NBA players used to drink and smoke during halftime and then come back and play the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm putting you guys on game. That's what they used to do. Now they don't do that no more, but that's what they were doing back in those days. So an NBA player saying that his favorite style of chicken wings, black people, they love their damn chicken wings, is lemon peppered, and he loves some quality TNA in his damn face. That's nothing new. That's been going on since the eon of sports, football, or football, i.e. soccer, right? The way we say it, or baseball, or MMA, you name it, boxing, all of these freaking sports, man. Golf in itself, anyways, I'm talking about golfing at the professional level, tennis at the professional level, all of these guys, race car driving, you name it, man. The list goes on and on and on. These Olympics, athletes, they love their debauchery, man. Don't get it twisted. What you see on TV, what's painted in front of you, is not what's happening behind closed doors. He knows his sport is the ultimate truth teller on YouTube, so I have to render the truth in its most visceral form, and that's in cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, truth-telling fashion. So Kendrick Perkins, you have ruined yourself, because when you have Montrell Harrell come out and get on you, it's because the NBA fraternity is sick and tired of you, man. You've already messed yourself up with Kevin Durant. You've already messed yourself up with Kyrie Irving. So nobody respect you. Remember, Kevin Durant, even though he's anti-LeBron, he's a superstar of epic proportions and epic magnitude. He is the over-the-top player. He's still that guy in the NBA. And when he comes back, he's going to reestablish dominance as the best player in the game. As the Slim Reaper variation. As the KD 35. As the Mr. KD 35. As the Mr. Me, I do me and I chill. He will reestablish that. But in the meantime, Kendrick Perkins, we already got one Uncle Tom, one coon, one buck dancer, and Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't play basketball, so it's expected for him to be that way. But you are part of the NBA fraternity, so what the heck is your excuse? Why are you snitching, man? Why are you telling guys what to do? You're not even a superstar player. Mr. 5.5 points per game average. Don't nobody want to listen to what you got to say. So you need to do yourself a favor and go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. Lou Williams already put you on notice. He went for a funeral, a family funeral, and to relieve stress after that, he went and got into his form of debauchery. This is not new. Keep that same energy, you hypocrite. Keep that same energy. So when you played, you weren't engaged in debauchery. I guarantee we can find footage of Kendrick Perkins getting some TNA in his damn face and probably showcasing his style of chicken wings. Because you know black people, they love them damn chicken wings. I'm pretty sure he has his flavor. So why are you getting on Lou Williams about this? See, this is the thing when Coonisms and Uncle Tomisms and Buck Dance isms go way out of line and it gets to an extreme proportion and epic magnitude. It's because the number one way to divide black folks is money. It's always been that. A black person will sell you out quicker than you know what when it comes to money and when it comes to them seeking some level of fame. He knows the sport has experienced this all throughout. He knows the sport's life. He's experienced it with the Reject Robin. He knows the sport has experienced this stuff. It's not even funny. But I get it. As being a true alpha extraordinaire, I have to deal with this at the level that I have to deal with it on. It is what it is. And it's going to continue to happen. It's the burden I carry. It is what it is. It's my cross I have to carry. It is what it is. But I can handle it. Because remember, the man above, he doesn't give you what you can't bear. Let me say it again. The man above doesn't give you what you can't bear. And he could give me enough because he know I can bear it. Because like I've told you guys before, what is the motto? Me and pressure are what? Best friends. Let me say it again. Me and pressure are what? Best friends. Now let me get back onto this. Kendrick Perkins is showcasing himself as a guy that's going to continuously get excoriated from the NBA fraternity. Because you can't be talking about what's happening behind closed doors. There's rules to this shit, man. There's levels to this engagement. And what happens within the NBA fraternity stays within the NBA fraternity. It's like that motto. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's the same thing with the NBA fraternity. Let me rewind that because that needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? And hear me? Well, what happens in the NBA fraternity stays in the NBA fraternity. And what you're seeing from Kendrick Perkins is a direct disrespect, a direct counteraction, a direct basically spitting on of the NBA fraternity. Sooner or later, Kendrick Perkins is not going to be able to interview no NBA basketball player. No NBA basketball player is going to want to deal with him because they see the way that he's dealing with these NBA players in public and how he's chiding them as if he is Uncle Ruckus or something. As if he is Steven from Django. We got enough of that going on, man. We got Stephen A. Smith for that. Why are you doing this, Kendrick Perkins? Because you're making yourself look extra bad out here in these basketball streets. Leave it alone. Because I'm telling you right now, you keep this up, you're not going to have access to none of these NBA players. Lou Williams did what he did. It's boo-hoo-hoo. It's not surprising. Why aren't you getting on Dwight Howard? Dwight Howard was drunk as a freaking skunk asking what his favorite choice of drink was. See, I'm going to tell you why I said all of this. It's because he's an LBJ Riders media. Notice he didn't get on Dwight Howard. He didn't keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. He didn't keep that same energy when it was associated with Dwight Howard because he knows if he does that, he has to deal with LeBron. LeBron's paying this guy, man, behind closed doors. So anything to diss any other opposing team. Who does Lou Williams play for? Y'all got to do the math here. He plays for the Los Angeles Clippers. So it only makes sense to go against what isn't LeBron, anti-LeBron. The Clippers are the biggest threat to the Los Angeles Lakers. You see how I'm tying this up together? That's just like how he got on Kyrie Irving. That's just like how he got on Kevin Durant. You connecting the dots? You know there's a game out here called Connect the Dots. Connect the dots, folks. This is what's happening. Kendrick Perkins is systematically picking and choosing players that have a threat or a threat to the LeBron brand. That's what's going on. That's where this Uncle Tomism is coming from. That's where this Coonism is coming from. That's where this Buck Danceism is coming from. It's coming to protect the LBJ Riders media ship. That's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat, true-telling fashion. Kendrick Perkins, you have excoriated yourself from the NBA fraternity. They don't respect you. And you need to go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity freaking hush. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.